Hi friends, now today I have the honor of introducing to you Dr. Raghunandan Dixit. He is ranked 30 in this May PGI Chandigarh exam, which is an awesome rank considering it is one of the most sought after institutes in the country.
Yes, sir.
So how are you feeling today, Raghu?
I am feeling great, and thank you, sir, for calling me here. And you have been a great motivation for me since last 3-4 years as I have joined DAMS, and all the teachers have helped me a lot. And I joined foundation course of DAMS in 2016, 3-year course, and for foundation, pre-foundation both, and then AIMS TND.
Okay. So you've been like 3 years with us.
3-4 years, yes. Sir.
So how was your experience like? Let's start from the beginning when you came into the foundation year.
Yes. Sir.
How was the experience like? Was it a surprise that
So it was
this is
actually
the depth
like
that we have
a
to
huge
go?
surprise when seeing this much number of students who are like preparing, and they are giving like maximum would be giving most of their potential.
Yeah.
So it was a like bit surprising for me to see this. But as the classes went on, and I saw how I am making notes, and the notes which are made in foundation course are not only useful for the entrance exams, they help us a lot in preparing for the like professional exams. So it's like at the end we keep books like Bailey's and Harrison in front of us and nothing notes, and I prefer to go for the notes and do things like that.
Yes. So that always helps, like especially in the clinical subjects.
Yes.
Clinical subjects, like once you have a notebook which is all systems done in sequence,
Yes.
it is easy to do rapidly revision and manage the vivas.
And one thing that the teachers before starting, they tell us how to go for the things.
Yes.
Like they will tell ki like if you are starting important topic like neuro or cardio of medicine, so first read anatomy, like read a bit of anatomy, then pathology, physiology, and then go for the like everything. So that gives a little like
integrated approach.
Integrated, so how we should go, and the things would look easier for that.
Yeah. Like that has been our philosophy from the beginning itself. Like we in DAMS, like when we started around 20 years back, we started with the integrated learning. That
I saw the videos on Facebook of integrated learning
because I feel a child should know the basics, so then only he can understand the clinical part. So that is what we try to inculcate, and it's very happy to hear it from you that you could appreciate that and you were happy with this.
Actually, I am very thankful to whole DAMS family for this. And I don't think it would have taken much more time if I would have not joined the DAMS. Like at every step, like how to go for AIMS, like regular updates on the Facebook group and in ebooks app also, like getting the questions and all, previous year questions and some important topics like we had some PSM like rapid revision or something like that. That helped a lot. And that helped too much in NEET also. Like I got a good rank in NEET also because
I think that is one of the things that has happened now that PSM has become one of the most rapidly evolving subject in the country.
Rapidly evolving because of like so many programs high yield also. I think I did previous year questions of PGI and I didn't see many recent questions. Like this time they asked 3-4 questions on recent National Health Program, some Nari Suraksha Yojana and all that. So
I think it's a very important message that is going out through this video to future aspirants that do not ignore PSM.
Yeah, of course.
Though, you may not like it, but it is very important for PG entrance.
I think the part that is asked in entrance exam is the interesting part only.
Yes.
Like the other part, like you will read about sanitation and all that, but that in entrance institute they will not ask that. How much they will ask biostats, they will ask programs which are really important because we have to work in PHC and low resource setup. That is very important, and they are focusing on that only, and that is interesting.
Yeah, epidemiology.
Epidemiology, yes sir.
Yes, and plus biostatistics and
biostats. Like in AIMS, they are asking very high standard questions.
Then like when you were appearing for the exam, so you have been a part of the TND course also.
Yes, sir.
So do you think that helps in the final exam to be in internship, giving test every week?
Giving test and the questions which are discussed in TND are most important because at the end, when you have 15 days left, so if you see that this much thickness of notes and you are just you'll be scared to see I am able to do 10 pages in 1 hour. How will I complete it? Then you go for the TND notes and they will be covering whole of the subject in 2 classes, around 50-60 pages, and you will be able to cover maximum of the previous year questions and the prospective questions which are about to come. So that helped a lot.
Yeah, I also think so because as a teacher, when I am taking a TND, I also am in a corner. If I am having 3 days, 2 days to teach, otherwise now I have 6 hours to finish. or maybe 5 hours. So I have to put in my best foot forward in those 5 hours. So I will try to give you the juice of everything.
Yes, of course.
So as a student, that juice is like okay, this is my easy to revive is I can do it half an hour, finish it off. So that helps. That helps actually. So would you say that the joining TND helped you to summarize things further?
Of course, sir. Of course.
And learn the application of notes?
Yes, sir. Of course. Like TND has both aspects. Like in foundation course, what we did like read it like a topic wise and then read it. And we teacher told us which of the following is important, but TND told us how will question come?
Yes.
How will all the 4 options and there were tricks to if you don't know the question, how to solve the question. Like in TND we had many questions we used to say कि ये तो question कहीं नहीं पढ़ाया. But in class we learned कि चलो नहीं पढ़ाया फिर भी सही हुआ है. पहुंच सकते थे. Sir exam में तो almost ऐसा रहेगा कि around 10%, not 10%, 20-30 questions in at least PGI options इतने सारे हैं तो unknown questions आना ही आना है. तो उसमें rule out करना कि चलो this is topic, उसमें ये तो नहीं होता है. तो एटलीस्ट ये ऑप्शन नहीं है. और पीजीआई में सर एक और ऐसा है कि इफ दे आर आस्किंग अबाउट करेक्ट ऑप्शंस तो यूजुअली 2 or 3 ऑप्शंस विल बी करेक्ट. सो इफ you don't know anything and you think that 2 options are correct, just stick to and leave. Don't go for become too aggressive कि मुझे सारे सही लग रहे हैं, यही मार देता हूँ, यही मार देता हूँ. ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं करना है. तो ये सारा सर टीएनडी में टेस्ट देकर के ही पता चलता है कि ये ऑप्शन है लेकिन ये गलत है.
The art of excluding things.
Yes,
and that also helps. And another important thing that he has mentioned here is that in PGI Chandigarh, don't be over aggressive.
Yes.
You'll end up making more negative than positive.
And
so, how many did you attend? How many did you attend?
I attended about 470 options of the total.
Okay, 470. And what is the negative marking ratio that you're telling?
0.8 and 1, but 0.8 and 1.25 I think, but that depends on number of options which are correct in the exam.
So if the number of options, if we assume them to be 500, 550, then the ratio also becomes
of course,
more negative.
More negative.
Yes. So that is the kind of exam that PGI is. You have more choices. You have 12-50 choices to look at. You have to analyze each statement separately.
Yes.
So that would be consuming time.
Yeah, of course. That
so how did you manage your time?
So what I do is at the time of examination I write whole time schedule 0 minutes, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, 150 and 180, and then divide the questions accordingly. So here I had around 250 questions. So what I did ki 40 questions per every half an hour.
Okay.
So 40 questions in middle when the speed is if 2-3 questions come you are behind that, so that will tell you ki you need to fast now and do the things.
Yeah. So don't just ponder on questions in the beginning half. So many people do that. They waste the first half an hour.
Yes, sir.
And then it becomes very difficult in central exams to come back.
In AIMS exams, there are random questions. You don't know ki the first question for him and you are both the same or not.
Yeah.
So if you spend 2 or 3 minutes over one question and then you feel that.
So you have to start at the beginning itself.
Yes,
you start at full throttle.
Yes.
You don't start at first gear, second gear. There's no time.
Yes,
you start at full throttle.
And you don't know which question will be tough again, which will take 2 minutes.
Yeah.
This question you can save time before. If you're you gain the speed in the middle and you get many long questions, so you have appropriate amount of time that you can spend on that question.
Did you also attend the DVT session that we conducted and the CBT that we conducted recently?
Yeah, of course, sir. I attended DVT last year.
Yeah.
And CBT I gave this time and I got first rank in AIMS CBT.
Yeah. So did that give you massive confidence?
Actually, this thing they after giving test because this is a competitive exam, the absolute knowledge will not matter. So you need to know at what point you need to stop.
Yeah.
So by giving test you feel that this I am getting a good rank, and so what I need is revision of the things. Going for new topics will not help.
Yes.
Because
there somewhere you have to draw a line that hereafter I will revise.
After revise,
because there's never ending race to collect new topics. You can keep collecting new topics, but they may not come in the exam. So you have to draw a line that okay, I've done enough in this subject. Now I will revise. Yes. So now when we're talking about this, can you also tell us when you were giving the CBT exam that we conducted for AIMS this year in April, that was the first time anyone had actually conducted a test on that pattern.
Yes, sir.
So were you happy with the exam at that time, and when you did the real exam in the hindsight, were you happy with the
after giving that exam? I was not I was doubting ki I gave my best there, because paper was extensive and that almost matched what came in AIMS exam.
Yeah.
The options they counted total in our question, we had 250 questions there.
Yes.
But there also came, it was 293 questions. So I was thinking 250 questions size mein, to ऑलमोस्ट मिला करके टोटल फ़ायदा ही रहा कि लाइक टाइम मैनेजमेंट का सेम शेड्यूल मैंने यहाँ भी अप्लाई किया, वहाँ भी अप्लाई किया, दोनों में आई रीच टिल द एंड. तो लाइक डिफरेंट एस्पेक्ट्स हैं सर जो कि सब चीज़ से कंप्लीट होता है, TND से, टेस्ट देने से, है ना सर. लाइक दे विल हेल्प यू एनालाइजिंग एंड थोड़ा सा सुकून रहता है कि चलो वी आर नॉट टू बैक इन द लाइन.
And the final analysis happens when you give the CBT.
Yeah,
I
of
feel
course.
because whatever may be the topic wise study, now the full course is being done in a computer center. You have to be prepared. Now this year in June we are doing a mid-year CBT based on NEET pattern. In October we are doing another CBT on AIMS pattern.
Okay.
Like because I feel that before November AIMS the people should get a practice on the new pattern, and December we'll do a NEET pattern again.
So because the thing with exams is that even if you know the question or know the topic, it does not ensure you will do it correctly in exam.
Yes.
So that thing we need to learn from exams, like by giving CBT and giving test TND, we need to like, and for TND also we should take that seriously. Like we should read and then go.
Yeah.
Like doing the चलो TND दे देते हैं बाद में पढ़ लेंगे. Then the TND questions is a waste. Like you will think हाँ this is the same topic like what we covered earlier. But if you read before and then go, then you and see those questions as exam questions.
Yeah.
Then that will matter a lot.
It's very important to take TND as a serious test.
Yes.
So what will happen is you will finish your syllabus before coming.
Yes, sir.
Because it's a real exam going on. So you take the test as a real exam.
Yes.
You give the questions in all your seriousness so that you can genuinely evaluate yourself. Then see your mistakes later on. If you keep doing this the entire year long, by the time you reach the real exam feels like a mock test.
Yes, sir, of course.
Yes. So that is the approach, but it sounds easy to do, but actually it's very hard work. You must have put in a lot of hard work.
It's like whole thing is like ups and downs are there will not only like studies also like in like with life times and different things with where we work internship and all that. So we have to manage everything. And what I used to do like to like you to do something for yourself to get your so I used to do chantings and all, like for like yoga and all I used to do earlier yoga. So like they are the things which will remain with you when you are alone. When you need like you can't go and spend 3 hours seeing a movie. You can't go and play for 5 hours 3 to 4 hours के लिए चलो like mood fresh हो जाएगा. तो these things like yoga and chanting they will.
And sometimes you go and meet friends, they still may not be positive.
Yes.
You may end up only talking about the exam and not pressure might get double only.
Yes, of course. So like we should do like these things. People say कि बड़े हो जाएंगे फिर करेंगे, लेकिन this is a time to utilize the time and excel in these things.
Yeah, and plus I think you do certain things at different stages of life for different reasons.
Yeah.
Here you are doing it to maximize your output otherwise.
Course, yes.
And later on you might do it for other reasons. It depends, with life you need change and people change. That happens. But I am very happy to see that that even at this point of his life he has balanced everything beautifully.
I tried my best and hopefully the things will be fine.
How many hours did you study in a day?
In April I spent around 12 to 14 16 hours studying, and but I think there should not be a cut off or critical point and you should take, like you should see how much you are performing, how much time you need to give, and the focus would be to maximize the time you are using, maximize the efficiency.
Yes.
Not the time like studying for 12 hours
I think
and not
targeting topic is good. Like this topic I have to finish in a day.
Yeah.
Be it 6 hours, be it 8 hours. Let me finish the topic instead of saying 6 hours but doing nothing.
Like, and one thing I did, I used to like set a reminder in my phone ki at 12 o'clock in the night it used to like remind me that to write last 15 days topics. Whatever I read throughout the day, like I will write 2 or 3 topics or more topics in a copy. Like these topics are the things which I need to revise in the last 15 days and after that. So
and plus I think that mental recall that you were doing also helps you to recall in the exam.
Yes, of course.
Because then without the notebook you're trying to recall what I studied last week. And that forcing the mind to recall is training the mind to recall for the exam also.
And recalling that thing that day, and after recalling a thing after 12 hours, most of the things you will remember after 20 days or 30 days. So that will go in, like you will not need revising again. Seriously, like you will not feel a pressure कि मुझे तो कुछ याद ही नहीं मैंने कल क्या पढ़ा था. You just see the topics and you will feel हाँ इसमें ये था. तो almost revision से हो जाता है.
Any particular topics that you want to now mention to future aspirants, like somebody is appearing for PJ exam or AIMS exam or PJ, any topics for either of them you want to tell? Don't miss, ये जरूर कर लेना.
So for like they are changing a pattern, so recent programs and things which are given in the ebooks is very important, like treatment of HIV, TB and epidemiology. And as far as the biochemistry is concerned, the 2-3 topics, like they will go on asking the enzyme regulation, like glucagon, insulin, that glycolysis and glucose metabolism mainly, and then lipoproteins. Lipoproteins, glycogen storage disorders, hypercholesterolemia, DNA, and they have a separate section for immunology and this DNA and recombinant DNA types. They will ask the questions on that based on that separately. So you need to cover those topics, and I think most of them were covered. So if the thing is that in competitive exam, if you are not covering all the topics, the thing is ki you are covering most of the topics.
Yes.
Maybe some topics you are missed, they have not been taught in class or anywhere, but you should understand the rest you have studied, and the part which has not been taught, no one knows.
Yeah.
So better to leave them and go ahead.
And I think the usual dictum is the usual things are usually asked, uncommon things are uncommonly asked.
Yes.
If you place your bet on the uncommon things, you are unlikely to be successful. Like you can't it's very important. The reason I'm telling is I've seen students fret too much over controversies. This controversy. They don't understand if there is something where even the textbooks are ambiguous. As an undergraduate, you'll never be able to solve them anyhow. So rather than wasting hours and days on it, let's focus on basics, common things,
yes.
HIV, recombinant DNA, monoclonal antibody.
Yes,
you can't go wrong on these. Yes. So I think that's a very valid point that he has raised. Now I also want to know a small a differentiator that I want from you is, can you compare the AIMS PG entrance exam now and PGI exam and say what are the salient differences between them?
So PGI exam is they will cover a topic and go whole into it.
Yes.
But AIMS exams they will ask some specific questions. AIMS especially focuses on the recent developments, some recent treatment, not so recent, 2-3 months before exam. So don't waste a month before in reading the recent things which came in 2-3 months, last year or thing. So AIMS focuses more on these things, but PGI is they will take a topic and they will ask everything about it. So it's good to
more common in females or males.
From
everything to everything it will
from
be
incidence to prevalence, everything they will ask. So these things don't go for you can't go and after reading incidence and prevalence of everything. So go for the previous questions. They are given in the app and provided by, I think they are very well reviewed and answers are almost correct. So go for these questions and the more questions you will do for PGI, the more you will think how they are asking, how many options are correct. For example, in accept questions, maximum 1 to 2 options will be wrong. So if you are able to pull out 1 option wrong in 5 options, just take 1 and go move.
Yeah. And I would like to add here is that for central exams, I want to mention it here only, is that please look at the previous papers.
Yes.
Before AIMS, it's a good idea to look at AIMS previous papers and do not go too far behind.
Yes.
The patterns are very dynamic. Every 4 years they change everything.
Changing.
So please look at the last 3 years papers of AIMS, last 3 year papers of PGI, last 3 years JIPMER, and in JIPMER if there is a repeat, it is likely from JIPMER. PGI there is a repeat likely from PGI.
Yes,
AIMS it is from PGI. Other than that, the bulk of MCQ books that you are looking at, they will not yield repeats for you. They are just I would say blind done practice at the most. Usually they don't yield return. So bet on your class notes, bet on your concepts, bet on the last 3 year papers to get a hang of it, bet on your gut feeling, do a good exam, and you will be sitting here next time giving an interview, I'm telling you. But this is the circle. But some people, they bet on uncommon things, they bet on older style questions, controversies, and they waste a lot of time. I would say if you are putting your time right now also on controversies, please get back to basics. Go back and read HIV, okay? They will give you a short question in the exam, I'm telling you. I have never seen an exam where they have not asked HIV.
HIV and TB.
But I've seen children miss out on HIV because they are solving controversies that even I, as a consultant practicing for so many years, I don't know, because nobody really knows. But that happens.
After doing PG, will not be knowing the answers of those questions.
Yes. Even later on also you don't know, because there are studies which are saying something else, studies saying something else, Sebastian saying something else, radiology textbook saying something else. What to do?
But we can try our luck after we have done best of ourselves.
Yes.
Do best of yourself, and then you can go
first
for luck.
First concentrate on the 70% of the questions.
Yes, of course.
That is the key. That build up base of marks so that you have a good marks. You are in the top 100. Then hit out on the next 30.
Yes.
And I also want to know from you, or maybe give you an opportunity. Do you want to thank any family, friends?
Actually, I would like to thank my parents, my brothers, and for helping. They have always been in my back. They have always been supportive. whatever been the result, whatever been the circumstances, they were like gave their best and never let the things which should matter of the family things not being bestowed on me. So I would like to
They
thank
knew
my-
that you are fighting a battle right now, so
Yeah.
they guarded you.
Yes, of course.
I think that this kind of buffer that you get from family
Yes, of course.
and
And
friends as
I
well.
think I am very lucky to get that kind of buffer.
Yes.
Thank
Yes. I think that is a buffer that everybody should look back and should have gratitude to that, because if you have it, that de-stresses you.
Yes, of course.
Any particular teachers you remember from DAMS?
So actually, I remember many of them. Like I would like to mention Dr. Deepti for his obs gynae, and Yusuf for the radiology, and Dr. Tiwari for this surgery classes. Like they told the things, and they are still in my mind. Like, and some basic concepts regarding suturing, because in AIMS like exam they will ask questions on hand washing, suturing, and this
Yes.
thing only. So the thing that they will show multiple slides, and this is what will be asked. Because if you search an image on internet, you will get 5-10 images.
Yes.
But what is asked in exam is showed by them in the class, because they know.
Yeah, yeah.
And Dr. Anupama and all. So
Physiology.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
And I think when you mention their name today, they feel very happy because they feel validated.
so actually, I am very delighted to I am able to take their name, and I am sitting here because of all their efforts and all their.
It's always a joint effort,
Yes.
students and teachers, they put the effort together, I think.
Mm.
And I'm so happy to be with you today, and to be a part of your journey and listen to you today.
Thank you,
And I believe that you'll do well in other exams as well.
sir.
And I'm sure that you will rise and shine as a doctor in future as well.
Thank you
I
so much,
would
sir.
like to take this opportunity to congratulate you, convey my regard to your family, parents, brothers.
Thank you,
Heartiest congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations. Thank you.